morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Your Music Live. We'll be with you in about 30 seconds. Sometimes I sit around and wonder how it is I got here and if I'm going under. All the complications of my life, all the times when I could have reached a knife in my back to the days when I was a little kid. Always worried about the things I never did. Always thinking about the next big problem, even when it's someone else that's on the hook me in, line and sinker. Ever wonder what it's like to be an overthinker, tinker with all my little thoughts? Maybe it was just the way that I was taught to just believe that I was right. And when I lay in bed at night, the thoughts still going round and round and round and round in my head. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Studio Live today. Well, let's give it a little bit more volume there. How are you? It's another weekend. Well, it is for me. It's Friday night for many of you, and it's Saturday morning for me. And Saturday morning is fast becoming my favourite time of the week because it is time for That Thing There. Yay, I got the right hand doing the right thing for Your Music Live here on That Thing There, Studio Live today. If it's your first time around here, my name is Pete, and this is Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. You can learn about how to do that over at studiolivetoday.com. And if you want to get involved with the creating, recording, and releasing side, createrecordrelease.com. I like three-word things, don't I? Three-word .coms seem to work well. Hello to the folks who are here live. If you can tell me again, no, I'm back with the Restream. We're crossing our fingers and our toes that things go okay. It seems to be all right here. I seem to be able to see folks here in the chat. Hello to Stu Cash. There's like a school register here. Yeah, what we call it, roll call. It's a bit like roll call sometimes around here, isn't it? Thomas Christ is here. We got Russ. We got Jade, Star, Washburn's here. Scrolling on down. Have I said 1,000 watts? If I hadn't, hello. We got Gary Hubbs who's here. Everyone's just adding everyone else. We need. See, this is the problem. You need a name for like I just say creators, but that's a bit boring. For like the Studio Live Today community, you know how people have, I've always thought it a bit too lame, so I've never done it. But yeah, if anyone has a cool idea for a name, so you don't have to say, hello, this person, this person, this person, you can just say, hey, creators, what's going down? Who haven't I said g'day to? Langston Reese is here. We've got Jay, hello to you. Desolate Morning, checking in there. SM Borthwick, I think I've said g'day to everyone that's here. Now, if you're new to the show, if you're not sure what we do here, yeah, it's the name's in the title. It's your music and it's live. Now, that was my music up front there. I was just doing some sound checking and also checking out slaps.com. I've been kind of addicted for about the last 24 hours. Patrick from the GarageBand Guide put me onto this on a recent GarageBand Weekly, and I just left it. I left it on the shelf for a while, but I've come back to it tomorrow. I came back to it yesterday, and it is cool. And in fact, I'm going to make future Your Music Lives completely Slaps based. So what is Slaps? Well, Slaps is this. It is an online music sharing platform. It's similar to SoundCloud, but it's way, way cooler. It's from DistroKid. So the folks who bring you the distribution platform, DistroKid, you sign up, you start uploading your songs. It's super simple to do. I've got a video coming out probably later today or in the morning for most of you, showing exactly how to do everything on slaps.com. You sign up, you start sharing. But here's the cool thing. See in the top corner here, we got this CTR, we got this click. Oh, you can't see it because of my logo. Up in the corner there, we got this CTR 6.5. So what you've actually got to do, see, is you've got to comment on other people's music. You've got to listen and engage and comment on other people's music at least 5 times as much as you upload your own. Now, I think that's a pretty cool concept because one of the hardest things online is that people seem to just go and link dump. They'll just join a bunch of groups and they'll dump a link and then they'll run away. And that doesn't work for a bunch of reasons that I've talked about before. But I think this could be a cool idea because, yeah, it's some may say, oh, it's forcing engagement. Well, yeah, okay, it is. But it means that you get to discover. And I've had so much fun discovering a bunch of music. I've already found a few folks from here. Gary Hubbs, I saw your tune on there. JP Wilden, who's one of our Create, Record, Release members. I've seen you there. So everyone, jump on, get on board. There's a link. I've posted a link down in the description of this video and in the comments to one of my tracks. Go over there, sign up to slaps.com. And I've even started some groups. We might even start in fact, let's do it now. No time like the present. This way you can join up while you watch the show, and you can start posting tracks for next week's show. That could be super cool. Like this could make my job here a whole lot easier. So if we go to groups here, what we can do, see if it works, there we go, is we can make a new group, and you can call your group anything. So you know what? I'm going to call my group Your Music Live. And then official group of the Your Music Live show on Studio Live today. Rightioki. It's available. It's creating. It's created. It's done. It's empty. It's ready to go. So we might even check back in on that throughout the show. This could be a bit of fun. I've been looking for a way to do this live. So if you're super motivated, get in there, sign up. If you're a DistroKid user, you can use your DistroKid account. If you're not, you can just sign up with your email and a password, and then you can create your profile. It takes about 2 minutes. You can start checking out other people's music. Yeah, you might have to listen to and comment on 5 other people's music, but just go to my tracks, go to Gary Hubbs's tracks, go to other people that we know. You know they're good music anyway, and then we can move on from there. And it will just make my life easier, because as much as I love doing this show, finding, like, some weeks I have to download files, I have to go to SoundCloud, I have to go to Spotify, go to YouTube. I'm jumping all over the internet, and that just makes all these balls juggling in the air, and I have to get my streaming platform working well as well. So yeah, let's make things easier for Pete. He's an old man, and he needs things to be easier. Righty dokie, it's time for some music, right? That's what you're here for. It's Your Music Live. It's not Pete ranting about cool new platforms, although that's important, but it is Your Music Live. So I thought I had myself set up here with my screen. There it is. Oh, it's on the same screen. That's right. I have my YouTube on the same screen that I was showing slaps there. So what we're going to do, we're going to kick off with a tune here. And look, I know we've led off with the Indigo Sunsets before, but the boys over there, Andy and Stu, they're always here. They're great supporters of the channel, and it's late. It's late in the UK. So for all of our US and Australians, we're in the middle of the day, but for our boys over in the UK, it's late at night. So I want to make sure that we get to their tunes. Now, Andy has actually kicked in with a Song Timber song that he's already put out there. He's already got a video released of his Song Timber song. So I thought, well, hey, you've got it out there early, then yeah, I'm going to play it. So that's what we're going to do here now. So we'll make sure this is all a happening, working thing. We will bring it up over here. Boom. And we're going to play this one. This is Andy Goldsby. His solo effort. It's called Another Flower in the Yard. And we're going to listen to it live together on Your Music Live.
Don't do that here. But another flower in the yard. Who you are does not matter here. But another flower in the yard. And you find them, and because where I shine. But you know, it's coming alright here. Revolution. Looking back, the past it don't seem clear. In our faces of revolution. Waving flags. Sing songs in line, but another flower in the yard. Now's the time to change the line.
All right, I'm getting some feedback here that the stream's sounding glitchy, so that may be my fault. We may need to go again here because yeah, like I say, I'm getting used to this platform. So let's pause Andy for a moment because we want to make sure that we're listening in the best quality that we can. So let's come in here to my audio settings, advanced settings, and see what we got here. Here's the problem. I hope I can change the cancellation, noise suppression, and have stereo audio. So I set these the last time and then it didn't keep it updated. So the start of the, and I'm also in 720. Okay. Echo cancellation, no, on noise suppression, stereo audio, and it's put me back in the dark. So again, like I say on the live show, let's just give me some brightness back here in my camera, shall we? So you can see what's going on. Come back. Boom. Alrighty. Can you please tell me if the audio is good now? We're going to give this... sorry, Andy, I apologize that you were our guinea pig. I thought it was all good, but we don't want to listen through that horrible noise cancellation sort of processed audio. We want to hear the purity that is the Andy Goldsby tune. So let's just come back to the start. If people can give me a thumbs up on this one, if the audio is coming through okay for the actual stereo audio of Andy's tune here. So here we go. Take two. Sorry, Andy, you have to listen to it again. Flower in the Yard by Andy Goldsby. Let's listen again on Your Music Live. Very darn good. Was there a guitar solo coming up there, Andy? I do like to fade out Andy's guitar solos, don't I? No, that was very, very cool. And I know, sorry, we had to split up the comments because some people are saying yes, the audio is fixed now, and some are saying it's a great tune. But even with the dodgy audio in the first time around, everyone was doing well. We've got very Foo Fighters here. Sorry, we've got. I'm clicking into other conversations here because so many people. Oh, you had a guitar solo right at the end. I'm leaving it playing in the background. Maybe we'll rejoin you for your guitar solo. But yeah, love the shadow video. Yeah, video production on this. Again, we are here on the 12th of September. It'd be the 11th for many of you. But yeah, the fact that you've produced this already, you are clearly in a hurry to get this done and doing everyone. Felt very exposed without Stu. Mate, you crushed it. No problem at all. And you were saying there, oh, you need to get Stu back to sing. Nah, leave him behind. Seriously, you are now, what's a good analogy here of, a solo artist that's gone out? You're Phil Collins now, mate. You're leaving the rest of Genesis behind and you're out on your own. So enjoy the ride. Sorry, I haven't had a good show. I'm going to come back and listen to that again, Andy, obviously, because I do like your stuff. But I didn't really have a chance to critique it with all of the other stuff going on. But really catchy tune. Love the chord progression. Love the guitars. I thought the vocals were really good. I thought they were sitting perfectly in the mix, mate. I think you got it down and you're looking good and doing well. Let's see. Have we got the solo coming in here? That was right at the end of the track. Let's just take it back a notch. See let's do it Andy solo. There you go. You got like 12 seconds of Andy solo right at the end there. Oh, we are underway. If you're just joining us, this is Your Music Live, and we had a little bit of a glitch with the audio to start with because Pete forgot to turn off all the fancy stuff that you use for suppressing and compressing and noise cancellation and stuff, which you don't want. You don't want to put it through a noise cancellation filter when you're trying to play some nice stereo rock and roll. Speaking of stereo rock and roll, I have no idea if that's related to the next song we're going to play, but let's play another song while I continue to tweak the things behind the scenes. Righty dokey, let's come in. We've got a song here. It says, hello Pete. Here's a song made on my iPhone, GB. It's trap beats, and this one took about 5 hours of making. Uses the downloaded sound packs and put it on a sampler. It's called 305. I'm hoping to get your feedback. You're hoping, and you will. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this. I haven't even put Andy's track in the links yet. I'll do that while we play this song and listen to this one together. Let me just make sure. I'm on the right screen. Still getting used to this. I'm hoping that the chat doesn't drop out after 55 minutes like it did last week on Your Music Live. That was less than fun. So let's bring this one up here. Oh, go back to the start of the track because SoundCloud got... See, this is what I'm looking forward to. If it can all just be on Slaps. I'll talk about slaps.com again in a moment for those just joining us. But yeah, I'm going to play this tune first. So boom, there you go. You got Lois Griffin there. So, that's got me as well. And I won't try and pronounce the name there, but I think you can see there. Anyway, let's take a listen to this tune. This is a bit of a departure. We've gone rock, and now we're going to go a trap beat. This is 305 here on Your Music Live. Digging the style that we're getting a lot at the moment, which is these tuned 808s. The beats that we're getting there with the tuned 808s are sounding really cool, in my humble opinion. Very nicely done. Very cool little beat going on there. I like it a lot. So we've got some notes here. So Tej Mudadi says that's a good foundation. Need a good rapper. Yeah, you can hear that kicking in with a good rap beat going on over the top. Like that tremolo, nice bass. Yeah, cool beat, says Darren. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like I said, the tuned 808s are there. Now, there was one thing in that tune that, and it could be a style thing, and if it is, totally cool, but you would have noticed that the audio was ducking there. So it was doing some sort of limiting when the 808 was kicking in. So it was kind of lowering and bringing back up. Now, if that's deliberate gating and that's exactly what you're going for, cool. If it's not, especially in GarageBand, what you do need to do is turn down the overall volume of your track. What's happening there is the 808 is overloading. It's going over into the red, and because GarageBand does everything it can to stop you from clipping, what it actually does is it just turns everything down. So if something goes way too loud, if you're finding you're getting that pumping sound in your song, it means that everything's up too loud. You either need to turn down all your tracks or use the FX track hack to actually turn down the overall mix, and then you won't get that going on. So that's a tip for you and others. Good foundation would add some ear candy and get a good rapper. Yells for sure. Thomas Christ says deep bass on that. Nice beat. Excellent. Hello to Morris Joyner. Good to have you here, my friend. Beat got me hype. Yeah. Again, if I could rap, if I had flow, I would be rapping over the top of that one. So yeah. This is a good idea. Yeah, it might have some cool singing over the top of that might work there. Let's just see if I'll put the beat back on here and see if it. I've got a feeling in my soul, it's coming at me now. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it could totally do that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a rap beat, a rap sound. It could be, yeah, you could actually be singing over the top of that and mix and match your styles. So that'd be cool. John, you know what? John says, hi, I submitted a song last week. Is there a chance it will get played today? Because you asked, and I'm feeling generous, let's dig into the mailbag, because I'm a bit all over the shop today anyway. Let's dig into the mailbag and find you, John. I thought I saw your name. So, yeah, there you are indeed. John Hogel, has we got the right John? We do. Let's kick it on. So John, in his email, says, hey, I'd love if you could play my song on your stream. Let's do it. Just began making music, so I'd love to get some recognition as I grow. Here's my latest song called The Canon. And also, if you play it on the live stream, would you mind giving me some constructive criticism after you play it? I'll do better than that. We've got the Studio Live Today community, nearly 40 folks here listening. So you get plenty of folks here able to give you some constructive feedback. So let's lay this one down. We'll bring it on up. On the screen. It's a YouTube link, which I like. Makes life a bit easier for me here on the show. So we will bring this one up and just pause. Everything gets too overzealous and starts trying to play. Let's jump over here. So John Hogel, hope the pronunciation's close enough there, John. We're going to take a listen to your track here called The Canon, and we're going to listen to it on your Music Live.
Acted a fool.
Oh, I'm going to do like I do with the boys on Indigo Sunsets. I'm turning it down just as it seems to be getting to a cool part. But that's just so some people can come back and listen to it after the fact. Because, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, feel some CBGBs here like that. So Russ says just some levels to sort out in the mix, but that will come. Yeah, so I really like it. Like the idea, like the concept, like what you've put together so far. As you mentioned, they're just starting out. So a couple of things that I would, if I'm producing this song, if I'm helping you with this, a few timing things. It's with a song like that, when you've got that really precise timing, the slightest bit of off the beat can make it sound kind of sloppy. So I would just really focus in on that, of getting the beat, making sure that you're really focusing in on that click, on that metronome, on that drum track, whatever you're recording to, and just make sure it's right on the beat. And the same with the tone and the tune of your voice. Just make sure that you're just really hitting the notes and hitting them hard when you need to. I know it's the sort of track that you never want that sort of song to be like completely on the grid. It's not that sort of tune. But yeah, just tidying up some of those bits. But that will come with practice. Like if this is you starting out, then you've got a good foundation there. You just need to keep building and doing more things like that. Righty dokey. Hello Battalion says I'm back. Be in and out today. That is cool. You can be there. Hello to Robasic. Greetings from Germany. Thank you Thank you for submitting your track. Appreciate it. Jezel, says, how often can you send in tracks? Well, as I sort of mentioned at the start of the show, I'm kind of changing things up a little bit. And at the moment, here is the guide. Here is what you need to do, and we'll mop up any that we have here. But what I'll probably do is ask you to then put them onto Slaps. So I'm liking at the moment slaps.com, and it looks like it might be an easier way to do things. So at the moment, you can email me, and you can email me at pete@studiolivetoday.com, as Jade has put there in the chat. And yeah, you can actually get considered for a future show. Speaking of future show, let's get John on the list here before I forget. We'll go John Hogel, and the tune was called The Canon. Do not mess with the Canon. Right. Let's make sure that saves on in. So yeah, so if you do want to check out the tunes that we play on the show, then you can go ahead and head on down to the description, where you'll find a bunch of things, including how to join me, how to donate to the channel, how to do all those good things, and subscribe, of course, if you want to keep up to date with all of the goings-ons around here. Right, let's go back on down to the bottom of the list and see. See, now I've clicked in and out of a bunch of different ones. I need to make sure I've got the right one. Let's take a listen to this one. So we've got a tune here from, well, it comes from Stylist, official Stylist music. Here's a recent song called Thrills, an acoustic joint which builds throughout the song to a somewhat grand finale. Hope you enjoy it. Well, you know what we're like with finales. We kind of don't make it to the end of a lot of songs. So we may not hear the grand finale, but that's okay. We'll at least tease it on in here. I've got a SoundCloud link here. And again, it'll try and play when we don't want it to play. But let's turn the volume up here. Let's take a listen to Stylist and their tune called Thrills here on your Music Live.
Let's do it for the thrills. We'll put away the pills and we'll fuck up in the hills. Never been the type to heal, I just wanna make you mine. I don't know how to feel, it's getting real. So what's the deal? Let's do it for the thrills. We'll put away the pills and we'll fuck up in the hills. Never been the type to heal, I just wanna make you mine. I just wanna make you mine. For you I would cross the line. Never felt this way before, I would die 100 times. Maybe you should take the signs, maybe you should stay tonight. Tell me if you feel alright, if you feel alright. Whoa, that's a new chain. I've been on a new wave, I've been in a new lane. Drugs that go to my brain, let it drive me insane. She'll never be the same, love for you that fades away. I don't know how to feel, it's getting real. So what's the deal? Let's do it for the thrills. We'll put away the pills and we'll fuck up in the hills. Never been the type to heal, I just wanna make you mine. I don't know how to feel.
Very nice. Very nice feel to that. I do like a tune like that where the beat has your nice acoustic sound in there. Then it kicks in with some 808s and some niceness there. Thomas Christ says, yes, very nicely produced. I sense a lot of honesty in this track. Yeah, you can really feel when someone's singing with that honesty and integrity. You can really feel it, can't you? I agree. We got Russ, nice vibes on this tune. Agree with that as well. Lando, hello to you. Oh, I missed the one. John Gray says, love it, well done. Oh, too many comments coming in at once. I can't click the right one. Lando says, yes, love it, feel like the flow of that one. Maurice says, like the melody. Yeah, the da 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 da. Yeah, I've got that in my head now. Nice groove. Andy says a really nice acoustic. Scott likes it. Nice track. Don't think any constructive criticism is needed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like the vocals were produced well. I liked the use of the doubled vocals in a few parts there. The beat was cool. I mean, I don't know what it does from there. Obviously, there's some sort of finale. It's only a 2-minute track, so yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to the end and see where it goes to from there. But it sounded cool. Amaracea said, reminded me a bit of NF when it came to the emotion. SM Borthwick, lovely sounding acoustic. It was building nicely. It was, and then Pete just cut it down. But yeah, this is going to be the cool thing, is that yeah, once we get everything in the Your Music Live group on slaps.com, which I'm determined to do now. I'm just going to call it. We're just going to do it. It'll just make it easier for everyone to find the tracks. I won't have to jump around like this. We'll just have a nice stream of tracks. Yeah, the only challenge will be, yeah, me working out what I have and haven't played. I'll just have to not give anything in that fire until I play it, and then I'll just give it some fire. We'll go back and check Slaps in a minute. We'll do another track, and then we'll check Slaps and see if anyone has in the background signed up, and I'll give you another quick overview of what's happening over there. Righty dokie, let's come back to our emails. Did I save that one in? I did. So that was Stylist with Thrills. We'll move on here now. So we've got a track from Loyalty. Says this song is about thinking about giving up, but you should stand tall and keep going. And people think that you're broken, but you get to say I'm unbroken. I love that concept, unbroken. So this is from Loyalty. We're going to bring it up here. We've got a SoundCloud track. Then we have. Got a suggestion here: make a Dropbox and send tracks there. Yeah, the problem is it's just challenging to get to once I start managing files. Like I think someone sent me a GarageBand band project, and that's cool, but I have to like get it into my iPad and download it and then play it. And I just want the ability, like I started this show to help folks out, but I also started it because it's fun to do, because I don't have to do a lot of admin and preparation for this. I just want it to be like a listening party. Like we sit down, we listen to tunes, we all provide some feedback, and hopefully everyone helps grow and helps learn what they can do differently and what they can improve upon. But we also get to enjoy some cool tunes. So I'm just trying to make things easier for me and for you and for every person. So let's jump in now and take a listen to this tune. It is called Unbroken by Loyalty. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
I thought about worlds giving up, gonna leave me. Started thinking, got depressed, hit it like a book with tiny words, no one could read me. Didn't want no one to question me, like a reporter, not even a supporter. Please don't take it the wrong way. For you, I'm still grateful, been going crazy lately, no lie, it's painful. It's going everywhere, saying different things, it's unfaithful. Can't trust that one right there, it will stab you in the back and won't care. When the happiness stops and scoot you out like it's musical chairs. Always mean the words that I've spoken. Keep on going, I'm in motion, don't know if I'm chosen. And I know I show emotion, but I'm unbroken. I know I'm unbroken. Always mean the words that I have spoken. Yeah. Keep on going, I'm in motion. Don't know if I'm chosen. I know I show emotion, but I'm unbroken. I know I'm unbroken. You can't break this one right here. They tried it all. Trust me, everyone has their rise and fall. Nothing stays the same, and everything don't change. Think about it. Like feelings don't stay the same.
Very cool tune, and what a cool message. Something that I definitely can get behind and agree with, because I think we have all felt that way at various times. And during the week here in Australia, we had a day called Are You OK Day, where the premise is you reach out to folks and say, are you okay? Because you know what, at the moment, some people aren't, and I'm not sometimes, and people are not sometimes. So it's important to do that, and it's important again to the whole point of this. And Wingy just jumped in and said, "Hello, thanks for doing this." And the whole purpose of this is what I want to do with music, and what I think music is about is building people up, not tearing people down. And that's been 100% my focus. Is let's just get behind music and use music to heal, use music to have fun, use music as a source of joy. So, that one was very, very, very cool. We've got DJ Xia says the beat is dope. The vocals is mids, no cap. So Gary Hubbs is saying, I'll come back to this one afterwards, Gary. Thomas Christ says, damn, this is good. Sounds radio ready, honestly. Yeah, really, really cool. Russ says, really great vocals, just personally. I think the back tune needs pulling forward a little. Yeah, probably could, in the mix, you could probably just give it a little bit more guts and sort of mix it up there. A little bit of compression on that just to really make it pop could definitely work on that one. What did I think? Well, I really liked it. Like I said, when I'm getting into a groove and I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm following the story, that's a good sign, because there was nothing distracting in there that made me go, oh, I really like this song, but I really don't like the way this does this. It was just, yeah, that's cool. It's a good vibe, good beat, good lyrics, well performed, all good stuff. Absolutely. Righty dokie. So Gary's mentioned that one thing about Slaps is I wasn't able to upload from a phone. It didn't take my file. The desktop, same file was okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, DistroKid, and actually I saw some cool news the other day. DistroKid they don't have an app, and uploading from a mobile is super tricky. I haven't tried out Slaps yet, but I might try that at some stage, uploading and seeing if we can work it out. I'm hoping that if you use something like the desktop mode in Safari, it might actually work, but I don't know. And I haven't tried it personally. So if it was, but the good news that what I was getting to is that DistroKid put out like a tweet the other day that was a little bit cryptic, but they said DistroKid and Slaps apps coming soon. So I'm super stoked for that. If it's the one thing, so I really like DistroKid. Yes, they have sponsored the channel before. So full disclosure there. Yes, they are a sponsor of Studio Live Today, but I used them for years before they were a sponsor. They only kind of started sponsoring me because I started creating videos about them and about how I use them and about how I like them. But the one drawback that I found with DistroKid is the mobile experience. If you could, because so many folks are creating music on mobile now, if you could just have a nice app like Amuse has, where you just go in there, you upload your stuff, you hit the button, it submits it, and it's away, then that would be great. So I think after folks like me and many others have been like banging on DistroKid's door for a long time, I think they're finally going to get some apps out there. So having a DistroKid and a DistroKid and Slaps apps would be very, very cool. Righty dokie. So Ethan, hello to you. I'm at work and I'm currently at work, so I will watch this later. I think I saw a track of yours in the list here, so I will definitely try and get to that. So do drop on back before then. Modern Retro says an app would definitely make the process a bit easier. Yeah, 100%. It would be a lot easier if we could use an app to upload our slap. That was bad. I'm in a dad joke kind of mood here. It's good. We've got some spring weather going in here. So I'm just putting the link in here for Loyalty's tune. Make sure that that's there. We got some springtime weather coming in here. It's been a bit warmer. Does mean that that the pollen count going up and the hay fever will kick in. Where's my hay fever people at? Yeah, hitting that antihistamines pretty hard. But apart from that, it's all good. And I got rid of that cough, that niggling cough. If you're watching last week's show, oh my goodness, every felt like every 5 minutes or every minute I was like, whereas this week we are all good to go. Touch wood. All right, cue Pete having a coughing fit in the next rant. Anyway, we'll continue going on here and find the next tune, and then we'll do one more, and then we'll talk slaps again, and I'll show you around, give you a little guided tour. Righty dokie. No, I haven't listened to this one, but this one just definitely piqued my interest. It says, Never Go Back, official audio. I made this song on my iPad and I am 13. there you go. That is cool. So I'm going to take a look, and we're going to all have a listen to this one. I know nothing more about this track or this artist except that we have a YouTube video for it, and that the artist made it on an iPad and is 13 years old. So let's bring this sucker on up and turn up our volume on our mixer, and we'll hit it. This is Never Go Back. We're going to listen to it live together on Your Music Live.
It looks like you lost another one.
If I finna lose, I run it back. Man, I was feeling under tight. Praying God help me relax. After the days, I never go back. If I finna lose, I run it back. Man, I was feeling under tight. Praying God help me relax. After the days, I never go back. I don't take no loss, that's just a fact. Cause I got it on, I have to look back. If you waiting on me, you looking sad. If you waiting on me, you looking sad. If I finna lose, I run it back. Man, I was feeling under tight. Praying God help me relax. After the days, I never go back. If I finna lose, I run it back. Man, I was feeling under tight. Praying God help me relax.
Oh, cool. We played a whole song. It kind of snuck up on me there. I was ticking along and liking it and digging the groove, and then it was done. We were away. So, yeah, very, very cool. Like it a lot. Yeah, so as Amaracea says, man, this is good for 13-year-old. This is good for 53-year-old. This is insane. Yeah. Italian says, I like this. Bass is very present without being overwhelming. Nice balance there. Absolutely. I do enjoy, I like it. I think it was well mixed, and the use of the effect there at the end, I was expecting that to go down and then sort of just kick back in at the end. So yeah, but it didn't actually do that. So very, very, very cool. Thomas Christ says that this is amazing for a 13-year-old. I wasn't making anything like this at 13. I know. At 13, what was I doing musically at 13? I think I had Band in a Box. Was I into tracking on the PC at that point? I don't think I was quite there. About 15, I started doing like tracking on the old PC, on Scream Tracker and Fast Tracker and things like that. I think at 13, I was a little bit blank with my music. I was too busy navigating the early years of high school and, you know, not getting beaten up on a daily basis to do. No, that's all right. I wasn't actually. No, I was only emotionally abused as a child. In the schoolyard. I was never physically abused. Yay! Woo! I was only the sort of nerd that was just called a nerd and called names as opposed to actually... Anyway, we're getting a bit deep and dark there, aren't we? We'll continue on with the music stuff because it's not relevant. Modern Retro says a nice mix for sure. Absolutely. Can get some real good sounds from an iOS device. You really can, can't you? Exactly. And Russ says, no, I missed that one. Russ says, sounds fine and great. Excellent. Alrighty, we'll continue on here. Let's jump back over and have another look at slaps.com because I'm determined that we're going to get this happening, and we can start using this for our songs. So I'm not going to play any of these. Well, actually, I'll play one of my tunes as we sort of check it out. I'll show you how it kind of works. There it is. So this is slaps.com. I like this. Medallion says 13 playing covers in a wedding band. That is awesome. I love it. I love to see 13-year-old Medallion rocking some covers in a wedding band. That was very, very cool. And Russ says, I was listening just into my Sony Walkman. Yeah, I had the coolest Sony Walkman. I'll tell you about it now. So I never had a really good Walkman, and in the early years of Walkmans, I had the crappy ones. Like I'd have the AWA brands, I'd have the cheap Kmart, Target brands, like the $20, $30 Walkman clones. Never had a good one. So when I sort of became a teenager, I was maybe 15, started making a bit, about 16 probably, started making a bit of money, and it was just as CDs were, well, not prominent, but they were definitely, the CD Discman was taking over. But I didn't have no 400, 500 clams to put out for a Discman. But the really high-end Walkman had come down in price to the point where you could buy a second-hand one for, I think I paid about $90. And I got one of the Sony ones with the digital FM tuner, auto reverse, the touch buttons, so it wasn't the mechanical click, it was the touch, and that would go all the mechanism inside. I was in love with that thing. And yeah, I remember I sold it on eBay maybe 10 years ago, and I miss it now. I'm just like, oh, if I still had that. It was the best, like super high quality, had the metal and the chrome tape selector on there. Oh, I was in love with that thing. But yeah, regrets. So yeah, here is Slaps over here, there. Here is Slaps. So I've signed up here, and here is my profile. You can see I've only put 2 tracks there. Stu Cash, you're a nice guy. Stu Cash is over here. We got Jade Star signed up and doing their thing over here. Very, very cool. So yeah, so this is what you can do. You can set up, you can upload your tracks. You can click through right here. I've got some messages here. Oh, someone sent me a message. But the cool thing is that yeah, we've got all these groups in here. So if I click on the groups, we've got all of these ones, and you can even make a new group as well. But what I've done, let's see if there's anyone in there yet. I've made a Your Music Live. So let's see if this works. If we search Your Music Live and we go groups, there it is. We've got 6 members. You guys are already all over it. We've got 6 members of Your Music Live, so we can start growing this. Look at this. We've got Gary Hubbs. He's got his in Your Music Live there. Jason Carpenter has dropped this in. Experimental, instrumental, combining jazz and metal. If you like it, I'll be making it into a full song soon. Jasper Carpenter posted 3 minutes ago. Well, I'm going to assume what I should probably do here is I'll put a note here just to say, posting a song in this group indicates that you would like the track played on the Your Music Live show. I just want to make sure it's super clear that people, if they are posting their songs here, that they agree to play it. And I guess it'll be cool because this will probably keep things in order. I don't know. We're experimenting here, but hopefully I'll be able to come back and then just play it. So Gary, we played Elbow Grease, Gary Hubbs' tune last week, which is cool. But let's try this. Let's see this in real time. Let's play Jasper Carpenter so we can actually take a look at how this all works here. So here you go. We're going to turn up. In fact, I can share. If I share it, I'll copy the link and I'll put this in as an officially played bit. But there you go. This is an interactive live video at its best. So let's play this tune. This is Jasper Carpenter, and this is Running From Me, instrumental here on Your Music Live. Let's give it a listen. Very cool indeed. Yeah, as Metallican says here, interesting structure. I dig this a lot, as do I. And it's very, very, very cool. So, yeah, really great tune. Nicely done. totally taken by surprise there. Like when we came in at the start there, and then we had the nice sort of old school, old timey piano vibe, and then yeah, just kicked in with that different sound there. Like I'm interested. I'm going to come back and listen to the rest of this and see what goes down there. But you can see here what goes on. Like when you're playing the track, you can now see these little dots here, and as you're playing the track and as it goes by. So you can see where I've made those comments. So comment dot to the other. Hang on, let's embiggen it, shall we? So you can see what's going on here. Oh, we've got my graphic in the way. That's all right. That'll still see. So you can see the little dots that we have there. They're the comments and the fire. So if let's just where it kicks in here, I'm just going to go. This bit was so fire. I'm going to go. Doo. I don't know why I have 50 fire maximum to give, and it seems you can give more fire to other tracks. Anyway, I'll come back here, and if you play it, you'll see that the comments actually kind of pop up in real time, and you have a nice little display there. So let's play this again. We'll turn it up. Little fire comes up, little comment bubble, and then when we get to the next bit, all that fire, then yeah, so that's kind of cool. And like when you get to the comments, and when you're actually playing back, the comments sort of pop up in real time down here as well. So that's kind of cool. You can see what's going on with the tune. So I'll show you. So yeah, you can see here Gary Hubbs' tune is getting a whole lot of love because he's got a bunch of these bits where they've got the fire, where we got the comments, and we got things going on there. So if we just come in here and we'll play the start of Gary's tune. Oh, we're still playing the other tune. We'll hit play on Gary's tune. And you can see there, you're starting to get the little comments there. So I just like the simplicity of this sort of structure, that it's not trying to do anything super duper fancy. It's just going, here's people, you got people listening, you got people creating. The creators put stuff out there, the listeners listen, you comment, you like, you tell them what's good, what's bad, and then yeah, you can actually just share it, and there's not all the add-ons, there's not all the other things. And hopefully, like DistroKid are good at keeping things simple. I mean, they do add on stuff over time, but I'm really hoping that this stays as like a community platform that's going to work, because SoundCloud's a little bit lost its way. It's sort of more around the SoundCloud Pro and cutting down how many tracks you can share and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think that one it works well for now. So we'll see how we go. Let me know what you think, and let me know whether we should convert to slaps.com for this show, because I think it'll be cool. It could be your music live. Does it slap? Although again, I don't like the whole. I mean, yeah, do you personally like it, or is it a good tune? Like it's also subjective, which is why this isn't is this show hot or not, lit or not lit. It's like it's just a song. Let's just play it. All right. No, now I need to update, because I need to make sure I put in that was Jasper Carpenter tracks played. So we have played Jasper Carpenter, and that one. All right. Did we paste it in? Jasper Carpenter. What was the name of the tune? Come on, my computer's getting a bit slow here. It was running from me. Alrighty. And I'll probably get a note from DistroKid saying, yeah, we didn't really design that for folks like you to go and create groups to do shows with, but oh well, they didn't tell me I couldn't, so we'll do that. How do we submit songs? Well, it's kind of in flux at the moment. Go join slaps.com and post them in the Your Music Live group that I just showed there. That would be the easiest way, I reckon. Yes. Alrighty, we'll continue on. Let's find another track to play, shall we? Alright, so we've played that one from BTY. Now let's, where was it? It was in my list here. I want to make sure I play this one because, Cliff from The Amateurs. For some reason, I missed your tune. I think you posted a couple of weeks ago, and I said, I don't know how I missed it, but please send it again. So I'm going to play it this time. We're going to copy this. So Cliff says, this is my tune recorded with Garage, and GarageBand would be awesome if you could include it in the next YML show. I'm going to do exactly that. So let's bring this up and open it here in the YouTube. Make sure it doesn't start playing before we're ready, which it has. Of course it has. Why would it wait for me to press play? Alrighty, we'll turn. Where am I playing stuff? I've got so many things open now. I'm playing something in another tab. Where is it? Is it still slaps.com that's playing? All right, there you go. We've got nothing playing. Righty dokie, let's take a listen to this tune from the Amateurs, and this is a tune called Life. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. I love that line. Breaking bread and burning toast. Very, very cool. Thank you. Yeah, really cool sound to that one. The sound is unified. Does that make sense? Yeah, it kind of does. And Amaracea says nostalgia. Yeah, it's got an 80s rock vibe with like a modern twist, and I think especially with the vocals there, and the guitars, like the rocking guitars, the like that guitar riff, it just brings it all together. Yes, great track. Rocking on, and glad we actually got to play the tune. I'm sorry, like again, it's because of like the dodgy email structure that I use to try and wrangle these. I have to go through at the end of each one and kind of move them around in different folders, and sometimes without any attempt on my behalf, I just accidentally move the wrong tracks to the wrong folders and they disappear, or I delete them. I don't know. I'm not good with Gmail. I need a better system, which hopefully we can do with something like slaps.com. I'm getting carried away, aren't I? Excuse me a moment. See? Jinx myself. Jinx me all the way. Andy says, worth the wait. A really great track. Absolutely. I enjoyed that one. Do you know about hip-hop? No, I don't. I'm comfortable to say no. I don't know about hip-hop. I like hip-hop, and I like some hip-hop, and I can appreciate good hip-hop. And yeah, that's kind of what it is about music. Here's the thing. I'll probably get, yeah, I know it's not what everyone thinks, but my opinion on this stuff is that, yeah, everything is subjective. Like what you like, don't like what you don't like, that's cool. There's enough going around that everyone is going to find something that they like. And keep that in mind as well, that you're not going to please everyone all the time. When I share my music, a lot of people will make comments like, not the sort of music I listen to, but hey, I appreciate it. And other people might say, this is crap. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help me or you or anyone. This is crap just means, does it mean this is a crap style of music? Is it a crap production? Is the songwriting crap? Is my singing crap? You need to be more specific. And I've literally said that to people where they've been like, you suck. I'm like, thanks, but can you help me out? Like, what particularly? And to be honest, I've actually got into conversations with people in the chat, in the comments of my videos, because I don't think that I'm going to reply, especially to "you suck." So they'll say "you suck," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry to hear that. Is there any tips that you'd give me to improve for next time?" And most of the time they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't really think you were a real person." I'm like, "What? What? I'm a real person. You are commenting on a person who's putting a video out there." But yeah, oftentimes I'll be like, "Oh, it was too long and you took a long time to get to the point." I'm like, "Cool, thanks. That helps. I'll work on that." And usually they're commenting on a video from like 4 years ago when I was first starting out, and I did speak too long and I didn't get to the point, like I'm doing right now. All right, let's make sure we copy that into our list here. So that was The Amateurs. Cool band name, by the way. The Amateurs, and that is Life, which we will save in there so you can go and listen to the whole tune in all of its goodness after the show. You want to know the good news? The good news is that we're an hour in and the chat hasn't died. If you weren't here last week, I'm using Restream at the moment, testing them out. And last week at the 55-minute mark, the chat from YouTube fell over. And then I had to come back in. And then at 55 minutes, the chat from YouTube fell over again. So, yeah, this time around, I'm clicking the button here and everything looks hunky-dory. So hopefully... touch wood, top. Hopefully, as Jade Star says, the 55-minute jinx has passed and we'll carry on. We've got at least 30 more minutes in me, I think. We'll try to go up to the 2-hour mark, but I'll be able to do at least another 30. I've got vocal recording to do this afternoon, so I do need to protect the pipes because I'm recording some vocals for my new song, recording some guitars. Shout out to Jade, speaking of Jade, who came to the party and recorded drums. I was going to run out of time to be able to record drums again, and Jade offered, and I said, yes, please. So she recorded some pretty kick-ass drums. Maybe we'll do my music live towards the end. Maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek of where the track is at, if folks are keen to see that. But for now, let's go back to my email and try to get through some more of these wonderful, wonderful tunes that folks have shared with me over the last couple of weeks. Here is a familiar name, Victor Manuel Ibelles says, sending a song to Studio Live. Actually, while I talk about this, let's download it because it is a file song. So we're going to play this one. Sending a song. This is an instrumental piano electronic. Is made almost entirely on GB using Ravenscroft. There you go. And final touch for the master. 100% made on iPad 6th Gen. I'm just adjusting some details and then we'll go to Spotify. Hopefully it will make it on Song Timbre. That's what we like to hear. Haven't even ranted about Song Timbre for a while, so yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later in the show too. Let me open this file. Open it. What are you going to open it with, Windows? I keep forgetting what I'm using. VLC player, sure, that'll do. It's not going to be much of a visual here while we have this song because it's in VLC player, but hopefully Victor's tune speaks for itself. So let's flick it on over. Oh, stomach rumbling. It's like, you need to give me some breakfast, dude. All right, well, come on over here. Let's hit the play and take a listen to this one. Victor Ibelles with, I don't know the name of it, a Fantasia mix here on Your Music Live. Very cool. Well done there, Victor. Victor Ibelles. What is it? Victor Manuel Ibelles. Very, very cool tune. Very nicely done. Let's just make sure that I actually put that in my list here, even though you won't be able to listen to that. But this might be, I don't know. What do you think? Is this what Slapstop might be cool for, to be sharing like little snippets of songs as well as the whole thing? I don't know. It's an interesting one, isn't it? So this is, what was it called again? It was called Fantasia Mix. So really nice song, and I like the use of the I'll just put file. I like the use of the Ravenscroft and the piano and using those low sounds, so that the bottom end of the piano. And Thomas Christ says, yes, it's pretty awesome, nice piano indeed. I did. Amaracea said the song is whimsical with a sense of urgency. Yeah, I like that. I agree with that as well. Yeah, so Battalion has pointed this out, and this is thank you for reminding me, because I was in touch with Restream, because they basically they've given me a month of the pro access to be able to check out Restream, which I'm doing, and because I said that, look, I'm not gonna promote, I'm not gonna suggest anything until I've had a chance to check it out. Everything works well. The couple of problems I'm having are that chat issue not happening this week. The other one is the sync of the audio. So I'm using their studio at the moment, just so that it's nice and easy, that I can bring all the elements in, do the chat, do the comments and everything. And it might be, this week again, I've gone 720p, so I'm not pushing it hard in terms of 1080p video. And when I do this on StreamYard, it works fine. So I don't have any sync issues on StreamYard. But what I did notice watching the replay last week is that, yeah, the sync kind of floated a little bit. It wasn't always out, but it would float a little bit out. So the audio sounded okay, but the video would catch up, and then it would sort of fall away, and then it would catch up. So yeah, that is probably happening. But yeah, back to the actual song. Thank you for sharing that one, Victor. Really enjoyed the piano, liked the interplay there. Just, yeah, the melodies and the counter melodies going on there, and just kicking that one along. Sounded really good. So now I've got this frog in my throat. Yeah. Yeah, and as Jade says, it's a combination of things. The actual processing of the stream is supposed to be better on platforms like this, because I'm not using OBS, so it's using less of my computer's streaming power. So I don't really understand how it's actually more glitchy and more out of sync than when I just stream straight through OBS, because surely with my computer doing all the rendering and processing, not just doing it all off site, it should be better. But we'll continue working on it, because that's it. But yeah, and I can't even blame my internet anymore. I used to blame my internet. I used to have really crappy DSL internet, but now we've got the fiber to the premise broadband, and it is pretty good, especially this time of day. In the morning, it's pretty good. In the evenings, when everyone gets home and starts Netflixing and chilling, I've literally sat there yelling at my TV going, "Stop it! Less Netflix, more chilling. Get away from your TV." But anyway, Will said that had a nice, the last track had a nice elegant sound. Didn't it? Really nice elegant sound to it. Drink some water. Yeah, I gotta drink some water. Let's play another tune so I can have a decent drink. Well, I'm running out. I should have brought a refill of the water. This may be, yes, I do say water. I know Americans think I say water strangely. When I went to the States, I'd say, "Can I get some water?" And they'd be like, "What?" They're like, "Can I get a glass of water?" They're like, "A glass of what?" And then I'd have to change how I said it. I'm like, "Could I get a glass of water?" And they go like, "Oh yeah, water." Like, clearly I speak very strangely. Let's continue on here. Find a new tune. This is from Ziavelli. It's a SoundCloud link. And this one said, "Hey, I released this track a few days ago. Not sure when you'll react to it." The next week. I really enjoyed making this song for my supporters, who seem to have really liked it as well. And we've got a SoundCloud link here for Ziavelli. So we'll pop this one up. SoundCloud, it's like it can hear me talking about how I don't want to use SoundCloud anymore, and I'm really liking slaps.com, because it's like, but Pro can do VST. What can it actually do? Get the access to best deal on DAWs, VST, sample packs, and more, all in one place with your SoundCloud Pro Unlimited subscription. I don't know. I don't want any of that. I don't need another subscription in my life. I don't know about you. Anyway, let's take a listen to this one. This is Ziavelli with Illust, and we're going to take a listen to it on Your Music Live.
Yeah. 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 I am the Illust. Yeah, if you ain't come with the Illust and rhyme schemes, don't fuck around and step on the table beside me. I'm better you niggas, I'm better you niggas slime me. Never back down, nigga, I feel grimy. Everybody wanna be amigo, but we know the realest of them niggas in the hard time stick out. If you wanna back niggas, all get put out. Give a fuck about rules, get my mullah. Don't care about the nigga.
Just going to turn down because I've got a small window of profanities that I can actually include in the show before things start popping up. That sort of music is cool. Like it takes a heck of a lot of talent to be able to produce music like that, and to be able to, like, I can barely speak at the best of times, let alone be able to rap at that sort of pace and that sort of rhythm. So yeah, like I say, I just need to be careful what I play on this stream, because a lot of the times it'll start flagging things, and the automatic robots behind the scenes don't like something. So yeah, we can have the occasional S-bomb and F-bomb thrown into their tracks for style, but I do need to be cautious of that. I will, however, put the link, so if you do want to check it out in more detail, you can do that, because that was Ziavelli with Illust, and I'm going to put that here in the description and save it in there, and you're able to check it out afterwards. So yeah, it was obviously as Amara says here, like very well produced track. So yeah, sounding good, doing good things. But again, gotta make sure that we keep things. I used to say I keep things PG-13. Now I'm like, I keep them M15. But yeah, as soon as we go past that, I have to tick a whole bunch of boxes that impact a bunch of stuff on my channel, and don't really need to do that. Alrighty, but yes, it was indeed another very good hip hop track. It slaps, it sure does. In fact, I wonder if slaps actually makes you put whether it's got explicit lyrics on there or not. I'm not sure. I might have to look into that in a bit more detail. Let's go back to my list of songs and take another listen. Righty dokie, we've got one here. Well, that's just a link. I do make sure, like, if you are sending me stuff, make sure you give me a description, give me some sort of idea of what the song is, because, yeah, if I just play something, I don't know what it is, and if folks want to tell me what they're doing, that would be good. Righty, dokie. So we've got one here from Alex. Alec, in fact. Alec Kapolskey says, I just saw one of your YML live streams and I'd love to be featured. Let's give it a go, shall we? I produced this in GarageBand. It's an electronic cover of a originally much more acoustic song by Death Cab for Cutie. Cool. Feedback, thoughts, and pointers are welcome. So yeah, we'll play. Originally I wasn't doing covers on the show, but Gary broke the mold. We played a cover that he did a week or two ago. But yeah, I've worked out that covers are actually okay. YouTube has less of a problem with cover songs than other things. Facebook, well, that's a different story. Apparently they've got some changes, but I think that's a lot of talk and not actually that much impact. We'll talk about that on some other shows over the weekend, but for now, let's jump into another tune. So this is Alec and A Lack of Colour. We'll turn up the volume. We will pop this one over here, and let's take a listen to this, A Lack of Colour from Alec, and we'll listen to it live on Your Music Live. There you go. Alec with his cover of A Lack of Colour here on Your Music Live. Yes, was a nice vibe to that one for sure. Yeah, like it's... I really like the vocal processing on that one. Like it complemented it well. You know, it got the electronic kind of sound, as you said. It was more of an electronic sort of vibe there. And then, yeah, you brought in that sort of very nice, calming kind of vocal, just really clear and crisp and nicely recorded. Not a lot in the way of effects in there, but enough just to make it pop and cut through. So, yeah, vibes indeed. I like this. Thomas says there's this pumping with the beat like that I really like. Might be some side chain. Yeah, it could be some side chain compression with the boom, 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 like kicking along. That's cool. Jade's caught up. She said there's two ways to have your song featured here. And Restream cuts off the chat. That's another thing I'm not crazy about with Restream. Cuts off the chat. But yeah, she's got the link to the group there, which is slaps.com/group/yourmusiclive, which I'm definitely going to be getting behind, because that's going to, I think, make things cool and easy and mean that everyone can keep up with all the tracks that the whole community is sharing. I've created a few ones. I've got a create, record, release group. I've created a song timber group, and even a GarageBand group. I'll show you those in a moment, actually. We'll play another tune and then I'll show you those. Jeff Brush liked it. Yeah, it was very, very cool. Amaracea, the way it pumped without being jarring. Yeah, totally. And clean vocals. Jade, you are on it. You're all over it. Doing good jobs. I think someone said earlier that Jade is a great mod, and she sure is. For an unpaid gig that I just kind of said, here, have a spanner. Can you just like get rid of the trolls and make sure everyone plays nice whenever you're around? And she does an amazing job with that. And if you didn't catch, it was kind of Jade Star Day yesterday. I was on her channel. We chatted for an hour. We just ranted about various music topics. That was a heap of fun. Jade, if you got the link to that, if you want to drop that here for anyone that missed that one, please do so. And I also had her artist profile on Studio Live today. So that was just a quick sort of 5-10 minute video that's a bit of a background of an artist. And there's more of those to come and more good things coming on the channel in the coming weeks and months. So stay all tuned. Let's take a look at this one from Joe. Joe says, "G'day, Pete." G'day, Joe. Just released my first album a few days ago, and I was hoping you'd consider my song for YML. I not only will consider it, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to play it in about 30 seconds time once I get my stuff into gear, and we'll be able to do this thing. So, we've got a song called Blue Sharks, or is that the name of the band? It's In My Arms. Is the name of the band? Blue Sharks is the band name. Cool. I'm going to subscribe. I like me some Blue Sharks. Reminds me of the Great White Shark. Greg Norman, greatest Australian golfer of all time. Yeah. Anyone know Greg Norman? Greg Norman fans in the house? Where are my golf people at? I'm pretty sure there's a massive crossover with golf fans and home recording, right? We're the pasty white people that sit inside in our audio caves. We're not the type that are going to go walk around a golf course for 4 hours. Anyway, let's hit play on this one. This is In My Arms by Blue Sharks, and we're playing it live on Your Music Live. There you have it, In My Arms by Blue Sharks, here on Your Music Live. A rockin' track, kicking along there. Enjoyed that one. The advice on this one, mixing wise, I would love to hear more of the vocals, and the guitars just was a little bit of a rough edge around it. So I think a little compression on those vocals to bring those on up. I'd balance out the guitars with the bass. Had a really cool bass line there. Drums were nice and cracking and pumping through, but I think a little work on the mix and the master will actually really sort of polish that song, because when I'm listening to it, I can't hear the vocals. I want them to come up. I want them to be more present in the mix. So I'd add some compression to the vocals, and then just throw some EQ, maybe to just sort of tame some of that high end on the guitars. Guitars sounded good, but I think they just drowned out the vocal too much. So would love to hear that. Jade says here, so polish that guitar tone and it will sit a lot better. Absolutely. The guitar is a bit jarring for such a mellow tone. Just needs a bit more mixing practice, but can hear okay go in it. Yeah, absolutely. And Battalion says would like the Vox a little forward, in my opinion, but very nice. Yeah. We've got vocals kind of lost behind. So I think that's the key thing out of this one, is that I think it's a cool track and I would like to listen to it. Like, I think it's the sort of jam that I would like to listen to. And as Thomas says here, bring the vocals up and you'll likely have a very good track. I would agree with that. Yes, we need the slaps. Okay. Yes. Does it slap? That one does slap, and it would slap even more with a little bit more power behind those vocals. It would just give it a little bit of a push. Now I do need to put I do like the fact that it's a memorable name, because Blue Sharks is in my head now. Blue Sharks and Into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. That's not the track. It's called In My Arms. That was a Nick Cave song. If you've never listened to the Nick Cave song Into My Arms, it's a great song. Tearjerker, emotional, it hits you right in the feels. All right, let's see what's happening over on Slaps. This makes me laugh there. And as Jade says about the last one, all the ingredients are there. Absolutely, just work on those mixing skills for sure. And look, we've all been there. That's the thing. You don't know what you know, and the whole point of this show is to help people learn more and to improve what they're already doing. Make better. Take what is bad, make it good. Take what is good, make it great. Take what is great, make it awesome. Make it slap. Speaking of slaps, let's see if we can come on over and I'll see Your Music Live. And I have a problem that I've got a concern now that a bunch of other people will just jump in on this group and just start posting things. So I do want to make sure that I've got that thing in there now that says posting in this group indicates you would like your track to be played on Your Music Live, just to make sure we're covered. Do we have anyone else that's thrown anything? Thomas! Yes, Thomas Christ has thrown a track here. So let's take a listen, because I know Thomas is here in the chat and he's a wonderful supporter of this channel. Thomas, are you doing a show this weekend? I think I saw that you were. Jade, I'm really sorry. I keep asking you to do stuff for me, but if you can find Thomas's show while I play this one, if you can find the link to it, and you can pop that in the chat, that'd be awesome. So let's see. Let's check out Thomas's track here, which is Not Gonna Die For You, from the upcoming 2020 Virus Infect album. Let's take a listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Exploitation of the American worker. We're supposed to risk our lives so you can have luxuries, excess eating gold leaf burgers, while we gag down sodium laced fat
Oh, I love it. I have to listen to that in its entirety before. And thank you. I love the fake out there with the lyrics. That's really cool. Nicely done. That rocked. That was really cool. Did I have the volume up too loud? I hope not on that one. Because it really kicked in, and I think the volume that I had set here when I first played it was like hit it hard. So I did turn it down as we listened. So hopefully it came through. Okay, absolutely. Nicely done. Nicely done. I did enjoy that one. I'm going to put it. I'll share it. I'll do the slaps thing. We'll copy the slaps link. I hope you appreciate this distro kid. I'm pumping the tires of your slaps service here, but I just really like it. When I like something, I like it. And that's all there is to it. Now that slaps. That sure does. Thomas, that was Thomas Christ with Not Gonna Die For You. I like the spelling too. It's like the Nothing Compares To You. The old, who was that by? Someone's going to be able to tell me. Nothing Compares To You by, is it Sinead O'Connor? Did she sing that one? Nothing compares. I had a compilation album that I distinctly remember. It had that song. It had Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy, and it had a bunch of other tunes, and it was called Nothing Compares To The Hits of 1992. I'm like, man, we were misguided back in the 90s. We really didn't know what was going on, did we? Anyway, yes, that is a nice one. I like it. We got to have a listen to something fresh and something cool. Did Prince write it? I think someone said that last time. Did I mention this last time? That Nothing Compares To You, and someone told me that Prince wrote a lot of people's really cool songs. Like, yeah, there's a lot of songs that I find out later that Prince actually wrote, which is cool. No, thank you to you. And yes, Thomas Christ is doing a live show directly after this one. Jade has thrown the link there, or just go to your YouTubes and search Thomas Christ, exactly as it sounds, and check that out. He's been doing some live shows the last few weeks. They've been very cool. I've been there listening in. Funnily enough, that... funny about that. So here's the thing. So I was listening to Thomas's show last weekend whilst playing golf on my PS4. So yes, not the actual golf where you actually chase the little ball around, but I've been craving. So here's the deal. I play sports games on PS4. Like I'm kind of into sports simulations. Love ice hockey, as you'd know. I've always got hockey jerseys going on. It's just nice and warm now, so I'm not wearing one. But yeah, I really love my ice hockey. The NHL game's been delayed this year. Like most games and like most releases of things, it's been delayed, not coming out till October. And I'm like, I need to fill the void. And I used to play a lot of Tiger Woods golf, and then Tiger Woods became a monster. And then, no, he's not. Tiger Woods must be going, I'm actually not that bad. Compared to what everyone else is doing, I'm not that bad. Hello? But yeah, but there's a new golf game called PGA Tour 2K21, 2K Sports, and the old golf club franchise sort of coming together and made this cool game. So there you go, Thomas. You can. I was sitting there swinging my virtual golf club listening to Thomas Christ. So yeah, you can join me if you want to, won't you? And do that. Thank you for this. It says I've got a comment here. I don't speak much English, but I wanted to say thank you. You're great and help, and many thanks for your contribution. Well, thank you to you. I appreciate you and appreciate your kind word. And Battalion, yes, I used to play the crap out of Lynx on the PC. I played Lynx. I played the old PGA Golf on the PC. Looks like he hit the tree, Jim. That's the quote from the show. Let's get back to music. We got way off track there. But yeah, if anyone wants to slap up a slap tune on the slaps again in the next like 15 or so minutes, I'll return there and take another little look and a tour around. And yeah, I'll even give you you can actually, if you're on my mailing list, you would have already seen it. So check your email. If you're on the mailing list, I put a link to an unreleased video all about slaps.com. So if you want, I know Gary already jumped on for that, but if you want to learn about that, then you can. I know it's a wood related. I was knocking on wood and now I'm bashing Mr. Woods. What else can I say? Bears that live in the woods. Those guys are dicks. I don't know. Losing the plot here. Let's continue on. Megan Thorpe. It's been there's a word that's coming into my head. It's been a male-dominated show today. You know the word I'm thinking. But yeah, we need to get some female music going on here in the stream. So let's bring up this tune. What have we got from Megan? It says, some of my finished music pieces, only 2 short pieces, but I hope you enjoy. And I can see from the preview that this is GarageBand, and we've got some 80s tune in GarageBand here. So let us hit play on tape and take a listen to this one. Whoop, got to bring it on across. Let's take a listen to this. This is Megan and some small music pieces. We've got 1 minute 17. We'll play this one all the way through. So here's how you get your whole song played on Your Music Live. You make it 1 minute 17. Let's take a listen to what Megan is producing here in GarageBand on Your Music Live. Very cool 80s tune. What do we got next? Modern electronic bass. There you go. A couple of cool little ideas. Thanks for watching. Feedback is appreciated. I like it. I'm hearing the 80s one is true to form. Yeah, definitely 80s vibe in there. I like hearing people's kind of construction and thought process. I mean, that's why I sort of make sure I do these sort of shows. I've got the Create, Record, Release group. I like hearing ideas, and I like seeing things form as the idea and then follow through to the execution and then the final release. One moment. Told you I'd jinx myself. Now I'm gonna cough. It's like I can smell the day starting. Does anyone ever get that vibe? Like the sun's up now, and even though I'm here in a sealed room, I can feel that as soon as I step outside. And I haven't hit the antihistamine yet, so as soon as I step outside, then it's gonna be like sneeze and cough fest. Jay's is plenty to build up from there. Yeah, the second one could be developed into a proper song. Yeah, there's exactly there's some work here that you can do with that. And again, you got to start somewhere. And when you don't know where to start, just start. Jade said it in her artist profile video the other day, is that, yeah, just start with what you have and start producing and start creating. You are not going to get anywhere until you start. And we all start at zero. So this is cool. Keep creating, keep sharing, Megan. This is exactly what we want to see from folks. So small music pieces. I'm just putting this in the notes. Rightio, we are going to run out of time, so I'm going to prioritize, because I know that Ethan was around. I think he's at work, but he has shared a couple of tunes, and let's come back to my email and find one of the tunes that he shared, because he has been around and he's been patiently chilling here in the green room. Well, not the green room, just in the spectating area. Now, dear Pete, please pick one of these songs. Ooh, we got choices. So there's my new one, Chances, metal rock song, supposed to be about if I should give someone another chance. You know what, we're just going to go with number one. It's like, which box would you choose? Have you seen the Simpsons movie where he's like, we've got 5 different plans, and he's just like, number 3, and it's like, yeah, so I'm just going to go number 1. Let's go with number 1. I like the idea of metal rock song, so I'm going to copy this one across. I'm going to throw it over. Is it YouTube? It is YouTube. That makes it a bit easier for me. We will plot it. Oh, we didn't turn our volume down, and it started. Sounding cool already, Ethan. I'm liking the sound of this. This is called Chances. This is from Ethan Bybee, and we're going to press the button, and then we're going to hit the play button, and then we're going to listen to it live here on Your Music Live. What a very, very cool tune. Nicely done. Rick Neal says, feels like some 2000s classic rocks. Rocks rock. We've got Gary Hubbs. I never heard this juxtaposition before. It was an interesting, wasn't it? I love it. I wasn't expecting most of what we heard in that one, and that's a good thing when you can deliver something unexpected. And if you, again, I'm not going to be able to give much feedback on this because I was just enjoying the journey, and that's the thing. I've said before that if there's nothing distracting, it means you've done well. It means you've mixed it well, you've recorded it well, and I'm just enjoying the song. So that's what I've said. Vox needs to come forward a little bit, otherwise I like this a lot. Yeah, that's probably fair. There was a part there where there was a cool thing. I thought it was like a flute coming in, and then it kind of turned into like an auto-tuned vocal, and then we sort of had the scream vocal, which was loud enough. So yeah, maybe some automation and some leveling on the vocals might be good. Benny Sandu, my friend, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for dropping on by. Amaracea says, yes, you've got your three channel moderators over the years, Amaracea, Sion, and Jade. So there you go. No one misbehave because they'll be right on it. All three moderators that I just went, I've made you a moderator, and they're like, thanks, okay, what do I do? Like, just kick people out. You get to wield the ban hammer if people have been. Thing is, people are not. People on this channel are very rarely that we get anyone that comes in and spams, but when we do, the folks are all over it. Thomas says, nice work, Ethan. This rocks a bit like Tool. Yeah, I think Jade said Tool-like as well. And yeah, nothing like a touch of Tool. You put a unique spin on that sound, totally. And Ethan, you were here. I hope you were able to sort of catch the tune while working away. I know it's a hard time because what are we, Friday afternoon in most parts of the States, coming into your Friday evening. So yeah. Ed Zielinski, hello to you. Good to have you here. Need more forward on cheap headphones like mine. Yeah, so it might be, depending where you're listening, you'll have different experiences. But yeah, might need to just bring those vocals up. The instrumentals were killer. Yeah, absolutely. I liked it. Oh, so many comments. I'm having to scroll on down. Righty dokie. Cool. Let's continue on from that one. Thank you again, Ethan, for sharing that. Now, because we were talking about our moderators, I think I saw a tune from one of our moderators in here at the moment, and I think it was right here. Here we are. So, hey Pete, Gabe from Amaracea and Light Asher here. Hello to you. So you've been on YML twice. You have indeed. And you asked if I could share my 2019 Songtember song Tropical. So this is an experiment. I don't want to upload to YouTube. Okay. So I've remastered again, the freshest Tropical. Alrighty. So we've got a remastered version of your 2019 song. This is cool. Let me download this. I'm going to have to download the waveform. Something that I should have done at the start of this one. But we are going to listen to this tune from Amaracea, and we'll open it up. What can I open it in something that's going to have some cool vision? Anyone got a PC playback app that has some cool visualizations that I can use? Because it's a bit boring when I open these and I play them back and they just look very dull and boring. I think, does iTunes have something? I'm not going to try and run iTunes. That will crash my entire PC. Let's just use Windows Media Player and see if this is going to give me something. It's just going to give me a giant, oh no, it's a tiny one. Look at this. It's only going to do this. Just give me the little thing there, but that's okay. And of course it's already started playing because everyone wants to autoplay. Why wouldn't you want to autoplay? Let's take a listen to this tune. Now this is Songtember 2019 from Amaracea, and was the song just called Tropical? Anyway, there's a remastered version of it, and we're going to listen to it live here on Your Music Live. Play.
I walked into this room and instantly, like boom, I started sweating like something that sweats. Then I realized that the air is just wet. This room is like a tropical paradise, except turn up the tropical and throw out the paradise for summer. This is typical, but something I still don't like if the air wasn't just water. It feels really, really nice. I can stand anywhere and think I'm taking a shower. I'm ignoring the feeling something's happened in my trousers. Wish I had a fish so I could take it for a walk. I swear I get a drink every time I try to talk. Cause this room is like a tropical paradise, except turn up the tropical and throw out the paradise for summer. This is typical, but something I still don't like. If the air wasn't just water, it feels really, really nice. Yeah, this room is like a tropical paradise, except turn up the tropical and throw out the paradise. I have no idea how I'm going to sleep tonight, but if I could turn into a fish, then I think I'd be alright.
That is very, very cool. And I have the same question that SM Borthwick has here, which is what happened to the crazy video? That had the best video. You're going to have to re-release that with the... I hope you've still got the original video. But yeah, I like the original audio. I like that version of the audio. I think it's absolutely cool. But if you want to tweak it and refine it, I respect that for sure. But yeah, share it again, because again, I still remember Songtember in 2019 and listening to that song and seeing that video for the first time. Like, yeah, it's awesome. So much fun. Very, very cool. And as Thomas says, very, very clever and fun. Very, very nice tune. I like it. Rick Neal says Disney would definitely add this to their movies in credit. Like it a lot. So Amaracea says, long story about copper and having no idea to check the video, so just not bothering. Yeah, look, YouTube did become a bit of a slippery slope in terms of making sure that you're doing the right things by it. So I do have respect for that. But yeah, it does need to see the world again, because it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Righty dokie. How are we going for time? Oh my goodness, we're nearly out of time. Is there anyone else that I should play? Hang on, did I put that link in? Well, there's no link, but I'll put the notes in here that was from Amaracea, Tropical, just so we know what was played. And that was a file. Alrighty. Let's see. What should we go out with? Because we've probably got time for one more tune, and then we'll have a rant. You know what? We all need to get in it. Well, I need to get energized. Oh no, we've got two more songs. I'm going to sneak two more under the bar here. We're going to go with QB the Penguin, because QB the Penguin was here earlier. I think had to go to work. So there's another song, hopefully with a bit more variety this time. In the middle, I borrowed dialogue from the Sports Festival episode of MHA. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to play this for us here now. Let's bring up the tune, and we'll listen to. If you haven't heard some QB the Penguin, it's usually at about 270 BPM. It's usually pretty frenetic and pretty full on, but we'll find out. We'll see what this one is. QB says some variety this time around. So let's take a listen to this tune live on Your Music Live. He's not going to turn it down just before. Yes. Oh, you're going to have to go listen to that yourself. If you do, you'll become a QB the Penguin fan like me, just because of the cool name. Like, what's in a name? Well, a name can be memorable, can't it? And a name can actually do that. Amaracea says, I'm loving QB's music. Yes, wait for it. Nice. It is very, very cool. Ed Zielinski, love this. Chinton, awesome tune. Jay says, I always want to break out the Super Nintendo after hearing a QB track. Yeah, I'm the same. I was thinking old DOS epic games. So like Jill of the Jungle style, or like a Captain, what were the, like Duke Nukem style, like those sort of platformers. They always had tunes that sort of reminded me of that. So yeah, I guess Super Nintendo is almost exactly the same sort of stuff. Oh, very good indeed. It was very good. Does anyone have any suggestions for YouTube visualizations to go along with my track? I use an app on iOS called Visibel. It's about a $10 app, but it is epic. I know a lot of folks here use it as well. It's spelled Wizibel, made by Cleve Grand. It's the bomb, and I enjoy it. Yeah, Thomas says QB has a future in composing music for video games for sure. Great track. Yeah, I agree. Maybe he or she already does. I love these people that I'm like, I don't even know who this person is, but yeah, I'm suddenly I'm a Wingy fan, I'm a QB the Penguin fan, I'm a fan of a lot of these folks that are sharing their music here. In fact, I better put QB the Penguin. And what was the name of the track? Sports Festival. Oh, can't type today. Sports Festival. All right, copied, pasted. Let's. What do we got? We got enough time for one more track, and then people rant our way out of here. I don't think I've missed anyone comments on that one. Yay! Yes. All right. We'll hit. Yes, I think I saw you around earlier today. Of course, talking of our friend Darren Danilook, who says he's got okay. I'll play the track, and then there's a whole big background here. It's like an Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon Osbourne thing, where Ozzy in 1989 got really high, and then a bunch of stuff went down. So this is a song that explores the frame of mind that Ozzy was in back at that time. So by no means as crazy or violent as it sounds. Well, that's good, because as I've already shown here, I've had my quota of language stuff here, but no, we have to play this tune because I know that a lot of you dig what Darren puts out there, as do I, and we will bring this one up now. Going from QB to Darren Danilook is a big jump. So hopefully you're with me. You're on board. You ready to do this? We're going to play it. All right, here you go. Ah! Love it. Let's hit play on this one. We have decided that it's time for you to die by Darren Danilook here on Your Music Live. never disappoints, getting better every time. As Metallian says here, classic Darren. I love it. Very, very well done. Yeah, so as Gary mentioned here, where was Gary's comment? I flicked past it. Oh man, too many people saying too many things. So Gary says that Darren prefaces this with a story about a hallucinogenic episode by Ozzy Osbourne threatening his wife. Yeah, so that was the other part of the email. But yeah, apparently it was based on a true story back in 1989 of Ozzy going on a trip and becoming threatening, which is so surprising because he's such a well-adjusted guy. And anyway. But yeah, there you go, Darren Danilook. Definitely go and check that one out. I will make sure that it is in the description here. How much time we got left? We've got 8 minutes. That's okay. We'll get through what we need to do. Darren Danilook. And that was long title here, Darren. We have decided that it's time for you to die. Yes. This is welcome to Pete Typing Weekly, where you get to listen to me type on my keyboard. Righty dokie, we are coming towards the end of the show, but do not despair because there is plenty more happening this weekend that I'll be telling you about in just a few moments. We are continuing on with Songtember, and I did tease it at the start of the show, that at the end of the show, I'll give you a listen to where we're at with Songtember because Jade Star, who is here on the chat, has added in some drums to my song. I've added in some kind of placeholder vocals that kind of will make you laugh a little bit because it's just Pete kind of ranting and yelling. So I'm just bringing that up now. I'm getting my reflector ready so that I can bring up my iPad and show you what I've been doing along the way. And then over the weekend, we'll have some more Songtember videos coming out. As I said, I've got that slaps.com video coming. We also have, I can't remember the names of my own shows, Home Studio Q&A, which will be around about this time tomorrow. I've then got, so instead of a happy hour, I'm doing the coffee hour, a coffee break. I'm doing an earlier show straight after Home Studio Q&A tomorrow. And that's going to be some laid back, mellow sort of coffee house tunes. And I might even do a bit of a jukebox format. We'll decide on that on the day. So you can join me for that. And that means our folks in the UK and Europe might actually be able to get to a happy hour for a change. So yes, there will be no beer involved, but there will be coffee. But I won't judge you for whatever you want to drink at the happy hour or the coffee hour. So we'll be doing that. And then, of course, we've got GarageBand Weekly coming up on Sunday night evening for most of you folks, Monday morning for me. So plenty of stuff going on. And as Jade has said here, if you do want to support the channel, there's a bunch of ways. There's a link down. I'm trying out the Buy Me a Coffee service, which is the way that you can just do a small little microtransaction, one-off thing. If you want to support the channel here, you can, of course, become a patron over on patreon.com/PeteJohns. And the best way to support me is to go to studiolivetoday.com, watch a bunch of videos, share them with your friends who are also making music, and just utilize things like the gear guide over there as well. That helps me out too. If you're buying new gear, you might as well use the links and support the channel here because those are affiliate links. They'll break off a little chunk and send it my way, and you'll be supporting the channel at the same time. Radio, I was stalling so that I could bring up this screen and we can take a look at and listen at this. So yes, this is a little bit self-indulgent, but I'm justifying it because we haven't played any Jade Star music, and this is Jade Star drumming. Look at all these delicious drums that have been put in here, nicely separated out there by Jade. So let's take a listen to where this is at the moment. This is my Songtember tune. It is nameless at this point. Its sort of working title is New Beginning, and we're going to listen to it live on My Music Live, Your Music Live. Let's take a listen. Turn up the volume. Oh, we've still got Darren Danilook. That's, we probably need to, I need to find the window. Hold the line, please. Your call is important to us. I need to find the window where I've got Darren's music playing. I like Darren's music, but it probably doesn't need to play at the same time. It probably will make Darren's music sound terrible to have my music playing as well. All right, let's try this one now. We'll come to the start of the track. We'll hit play again, and here we go. Hesitation beginning. Ready if you want it. All you gotta do is open up your mind. So yeah, I think you'll agree that Jade's drums add a certain je ne sais quoi to the tune here. It's cranking along. I'm really enjoying it. I think the guitar tone, I keep going to it and going, I should change it, but then I'm like, I don't know why, because it's kind of, I think it's sounding good. So I'll probably take my own advice and not overthink things too much. But yeah, where's the next section? I think we're coming into it here. I want to listen to Jade's drumming in this next bit here. It's just after this next little verse bit. But yeah, Jade's dialed it in here and done an exceptionally good job here. Let's come to the next part here and take a listen to the other chorus part.
Watch out! It's coming to you! Ready or not? Go for it!
There's Pete's incoherent rambling. So yeah, just a little sneak peek of what we're going on here. Now, at the end here of the track, you'll notice that Jade's drumming goes away, because what I've done is, and I'll just play you this transition and then we'll finish up. I've transitioned in here and I've used the technique I've shown before. This outro here, these drums are just Anders at 200 BPM doing some ridiculous drums. I'd said to Jade, look, you're going to break your wrists if you try to play this stuff. So what we're probably going to go with is Jade drumming for 90% of the track. And then when we transition into this last bit that I'll play for you now, I've gone back to Anders. But the reason it's sort of a WAV file here is I've pasted it in from the other track. So let's take a listen to this last section.
The beginning starts now. Hesitation, going nowhere fast. You will never break the chains.
There you go. I think I'm channeling like Darren and Gary and all my hard rock friends in this tune, because I'm definitely getting some angst out, some old school 90s angst going on in this one. Yes, and it does. It goes from 140 up to 200 BPM at that point. So yeah, it gets a bit nuts, gets a bit crazy up in there. In relation to song timbre, Troy says, is it cheating getting someone to help? I hope not, because I just did. I'm personally trying to do everything myself, but very tempted to get someone to help with drums as I'm a guitarist. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. Wouldn't it be better to get something done and get some help from someone else and then have it like completed and be happy with it than to struggle? Like, I think that we overdo things with the home studio and with the self-production stuff. At times, and I've learned over time that, play to your strengths. I don't program drums well. It would take me a long time to do them. I have done it and I can do it, but when I've got short time, you got to use the resources at your disposal. And Jade is one of the best resources that I know of. There are no rules. The rules are, there are no rules. All right, we are over time. Yep, see? Well, actually, we're right on time, so I better run. There's that frog in the throat coming back in. Thank you all for being here. This has been a heap of fun, as it always is, doing your music live. Do check out Thomas Christ. We'll be going live very soon. Jump over to his channel and check out his performance live. Join me again tomorrow. We've got home studio Q&A and then the coffee hour straight after that. So we've got 2 hours of goodness happening around about this time tomorrow as well. And head over to slaps.com. Link down in the description. Check out slaps.com. Start sharing your music there. It seems like a very cool service from what I've tried so far. That is going to do it, folks. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you again real soon on Studio Live today. Be kind to yourself